85 years, 85 wild, blessed, stubborn years on this good earth. I've watched wars come and go, seen the world flip upside down with technology. All of it, my wife Jasmine been right there beside me, holding my hand. And I'll tell you what I've learned in 85 years. People are killing themselves with what they eat. Slowly, quietly, and nobody's stopping them. My name is Leroy, and every doctor who ever looked me in the eye and told me to change my diet, dead. Every single one. In the ground. And here I am, still breathing, still moving, still making Jasmine her coffee every single morning before the sun comes up. These doctors march in with their degrees on the wall, prescription pads, telling you take this pill, quit eating that, try this new thing. And you want to know what most of that is? It's a hustle. Some company in a fancy office cooked up a plan to make money off your fear. That's all it is. But me, I ain't selling nothing. I ain't got a product. I ain't got a brand. All I got is what my grandmother put in my hands when I was just a little boy. What the old people knew long before any corporation stuck its nose in our kitchens. It ain't rocket science. It ain't gonna empty your wallet. It's food that grows from the dirt. Food. The man upstairs planted on this earth for us. And I narrowed it down to 7. 7 foods I've been putting in my body since before your parents were even thought of. 7 reasons I'm still here, still laughing too loud, still grabbing Jasmine by the waist and dancing with her in our little kitchen every Saturday night like we're 25 again. Now pay attention. Number 1, and oh, people get real heated about this one. Coffee. A big, bold, pitch-black cup of coffee. Nothing in it but coffee. I've been pouring myself a cup every morning since I was barely 15 years old. Jasmine brews it so strong it could probably jump-start a truck. Folks say it'll wreck a heart, make your hands shake, mess up your sleep. You know what really wrecks your heart? Laying awake at 2 a.m. worrying about things you can't control. That's what kills you, not coffee. Coffee switches your brain on like a light in a dark room. It's packed to the brim with antioxidants. And it's like a trumpet blowing reveille to every cell in your body saying, "Wake up, soldier, we got a mission today." If the Almighty didn't want us sipping on it, why'd He make it smell like a little piece of paradise first thing in the morning? But you drink it straight, you hear me? Don't load it up with spoonfuls of sugar and that fake chemical powder they call creamer. The second you do that, it ain't medicine no more. It's a milkshake wearing a coffee costume. Number 2, berries. Little drops of heaven is what I call them. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, raspberries, strawberries. Grab whatever's in front of you. When I was just a skinny little kid running around barefoot, we'd go behind the house and pick them right off the vine, our fingers stained dark red, eating more than we brought home. Nowadays I grab a box from the store, but I still pop a big handful in my mouth every single day without fail. They got sweetness in them, but it's God's sweetness. It's gentle. It ain't that fake factory sugar that burns through your insides like acid. They're overflowing with something called polyphenols. Don't let the big word scare you. It just means the color. That rich blue, that deep red, that dark purple. My grandfather, Lord keep his soul, always told me, son, the darker the fruit, the stronger the medicine. That man never lied to me once. That color fights the swelling inside your body. It slows down the breaking. It keeps you together when time is trying to pull you apart. Number 3. This one was pulled straight out of the ocean. Fatty fish. I mean the real stuff. Salmon, sardines, mackerel. The kind that's slippery with oil when you touch it. Now, growing up, we couldn't afford no salmon dinner. But sardines, we had those every week. Little flat cans stacked in the cupboard. Jasmine still shakes her head, watching me eat them right out the tin with a fork and a splash of hot sauce standing at the kitchen counter. She calls it my disgusting old man habit. I call it the most powerful medicine money can barely buy. Your brain, listen to me now. Your brain is made of fat, actual fat. And if you don't feed it clean, pure fat, it starts to rust like an old car left out in the rain. The DPA, that DHA, those omega-3 fatty acids, that's the lubricant that keeps your mind running smooth. It keeps your thinking crystal clear. It keeps that heavy grey fog from creeping in and stealing your joy. They try to frighten you about mercury in the fish. You know what frightens me more? Looking at my grandkids one day and not knowing who they are. I roll the dice with the fish every single time. Number 4. Now this one right here gets me fired up because they flat out lied to every one of us. Eggs. The whole entire egg, white and yolk together. For years and years and years, they terrorized this whole country over an egg yolk. Said it would block your arteries. Said it would stop your heart cold. They scared a whole generation of good people away from the most perfect food the Creator ever designed. And it was all a lie, a stone-cold lie. The yolk is where the gold is buried. Choline that feeds your brain, lutein that sharpens your eyes, nutrients you can't find in nothing else on this planet. It's a tiny little miracle, sealed inside a shell. I crack 2 of them open every single morning, scramble them up in real batter, and my heart pumps like I'm a man of 40. Jasmine looks at me and says, Leroy, you're just too mean to die. And you know what? She might not be wrong about that. Number 5. Now I already know this one's gonna ruffle some feathers. Red meat. Real, honest to goodness, grass-fed beef from a cow that actually had a life. One that stood in the sunshine and ate grass the way nature intended. They've been doing everything they can to make you afraid of it, but your body's crying out for what's locked inside that steak. Iron that makes your blood rich, B12 that fires up your nerves, creatine and carnitine that give your muscles something to hold on to. You've been walking around feeling drained, feeling like your bones are made of paper. It ain't because you're getting old. It's because you're eating nothing food. Bland chicken and watery vegetables with no substance. Your body is starving for real power. And a cow is nothing but God's converter. It takes sunshine and green grass and turns it into raw, pure human strength. That's the whole secret right there. Number 6. Now this one flies right under everybody's nose. Fermented foods. Back in my day, we didn't have no fancy name for it. We just called it sauerkraut. Called it pickle from the big jar on the counter. Called it cold buttermilk on a hot afternoon. Jasmine puts up homemade pickles every summer that'll make you want to slap somebody, they're so good. But here's what all these foods share. They're living, crawling with good bacteria. Your belly is a garden. You understand me? A real garden. And if the only thing growing in that garden is weeds and poison, your whole body's gonna suffer for it. These fermented foods are like planting fresh seeds in clean soil. They rebuild what's broken in your gut. They calm everything down in there. A settled stomach leads to a settled mind. You remember what old Leroy told you right there. And number 7, the final one. This right here is my ace in the hole, my little daily secret nobody knows about, raw cacao. Now hold on, I ain't talking about no candy bar from the gas station. I ain't talking about that powdered hot cocoa in a packet. I'm talking about the real, raw, dark, bitter stuff, straight from the bean. The kind that hits your tongue and tastes like the earth cracked open and gave you something ancient and sacred. Every morning I stir one heaping spoonful right into my black coffee. There's a compound hiding inside it called PQQ. Strange little name, but what it does is something close to a miracle. It signals your body to grow brand new mitochondria, fresh energy generators, brand new batteries in every cell you've got. At 85 years old, that spoonful puts lightning in my brain before breakfast is even done. It's the most powerful secret hiding in plain sight. So that's everything. Coffee, berries, fatty fish, eggs, red meat, fermented foods, and raw cacao. 7 simple foods. That's old Leroy's list. It ain't fancy. It ain't got a celebrity name on it. It ain't what those slick commercials are begging you to buy. It's the exact opposite. But it's the honest truth. It's the food that built these bones. The food that's kept this old man sharp and alive and kicking for 85 years straight. But sit down for this last part, because this matters more than everything I just said. It ain't only about the food. The food is the gasoline, but it ain't the engine. The engine is your soul. It's that fire inside your ribs. You gotta have a reason to pull yourself out of that bed when the morning comes. You gotta have faces you love. You gotta have faith in something bigger than yourself. You could eat every single food I just named perfectly, but if your heart is a warehouse full of bitterness and grudges, your body will betray you anyway. So you let things go. Even when they don't say sorry, you laugh out loud. Even when the world is giving you every reason to cry, you sit out on that porch next to somebody who matters to you and you watch that sky turn orange and pink. You reach over and hold their hand without saying a word. You close your eyes and whisper, "Thank you, Lord, for giving me one more." You do that, and you eat your eggs every morning, and I promise you, you just might shock every single person who ever counted you out. Every night before I close my eyes, I roll over and over and look at Jasmine, and I say, "Baby girl, we made it to another one." She smiles. And that smile right there is worth more than 85 more years. Now you're gonna have to let me go. I hear Jasmine in that kitchen, and whatever she's making in there, it smells like I need to be in that chair in about 2 minutes.